Well, I'm happy to be sitting here with Miguel Martinez, who's going to share his experience working with a number of the different products and systems that Fred Van Liew provides. So thank you so much for being with me today. And first, I just wanted to ask you, where did you meet Fred Van Liew?
Well, thank you, Kerry. It's very good to meet you, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Well, I am very thankful to I met Fred in a conference. It was a special conference. He was coming to visit a friend, and I met him there. I recognized him from the website. I was listening to the radio station on the web, and I saw his pictures, his products, and his name. There he gave me a book, which I began reading, and I came to his office. I was so happy that it was local, very close to me as well. And that was April. It's going to be about 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I came, he showed me and explained what the products could do for me. He measured like a level of our energy, of the way the cells work. Mm-hmm. And I was somewhere around 13%. I brought my whole family, my wife and 2 children, and we were all like on the 10s. Only one of my children was like on the 20s. On that very moment, I decided to get a package he calls bulldozer pack. Mm-hmm. So I got 4 bulldozer packs. Okay. Well, backing up a little bit, when I met him, he worked on me for about 5 minutes. I did feel different, like lighter, happier. And he says, okay, to make this permanent, I would highly recommend you to get into this bulldozer pack. Mm-hmm. This will last you 10 to 14 days. And, as procrastination or something happened, I did wait the 15 days. Or somewhere around the 15th day, I went back to to do tossing and turning, not sleeping well.
Right.
So was when I came in with the family to his office, and we got the bulldozer packs.
Because you felt yourself going back to the way you had felt before.
That's correct. I did feel the difference. It's like some people say that I do not believe it until I see it or something. Yes. It's not I did not believe him. It's just like I was low at that time. Mm-hmm. I said, well, I do have a credit card. I'm going to use it. Yes. And my family and I have been happy since then. My wife felt better, or my both children felt better. I did feel the difference. On my young child.
How long did it take you to feel different?
Within a couple of days.
Okay.
But within it was about 2-3 months when my son was they're still in school, but he was in school. He was getting like 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Right.
And after 3 months being in the bulldozer pack and then some maintenance every month, his grades went from 20s, 30s, and 40s, some 50s, to 80s and above.
Wow.
His teacher called me at work and on the cell phone, and I asked, is everything okay? And she was crying, and this must be some good news, right? She goes, yes. Eduardo is my son. He passed his test, the state test, with an 80 on the first try. So, I got a couple of tears too, of happiness, right. And that's why I continue to see Fred. I have taken some of his seminars several times. I have learned a lot, and one of my desires is to apply and help more people to feel better, sleep better, and basically just live happier like we're doing.
Now, what do you attribute the fact that his grades changed so dramatically? How did he feel differently? Was he able to study more? I mean, what do you think it was that changed his ability to, to do that and have his grades go up so much?
Well, one thing is these nutrients feed the body to a cellular level, which is instead of just eating or drinking something healthy, if we eat healthy and our cells are not working properly, the nutrients will just go in and out. I compare it will be like a car. Most of the cars run today with a 4-cylinder engine.
Right.
If we disconnect one of the plugs, they will run in 75% and it will not run. We disconnect 3 plugs, they will be running on a 25%. it would not even go anywhere. We were on the 10th. So, and we still working. So our body does wonders. But with the nutrients, it improves. So what my children did is they were able to absorb more of the nutrients, which enabled them to, my knowledge, retain more of the information.
Okay.
And that's, I believe that's what it was. Because sometimes we read a book or a study for hours, and then we stand up, do something else, and we just forget what we have read or studied.
Yes, and they're retaining that information at a higher level. Wonderful.
Yes.
What are the other experiences? Now, you went on the bulldozer pack, and you had your whole family, sounds like, had
Yes.
a wonderful experience. And then what did you do from there?
From there, I took the seminar, the classes, to learn more, to learn further.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. And what is the name of the class?
It is the ERCs, where Fred teaches us to do the release of the negative energy and to open up the cells so they work properly.
Okay.
And then the basic body analysis with Dr. Hyman. Okay.
So when you went through the training with Fred for the ERCs, what did you learn that you didn't expect to learn? Or why did you go?
I asked like if he was offering it, and I asked like, well, may I go? Because I thought it was just for medical doctors only. And he says, no, you're welcome to come. I asked my wife, and she says, she's like, go. Okay. So I got the support from her that made me very happy. And it took me a few months. That was April, and I did not take my first class until about August. Okay, but during that time we were taking some of the nutrients. So when I took the first seminar August last year, and I learned more like basics information how our body really works, and it doesn't matter what we do without any nutrients, without the base, it will not work properly.
And how do you feel that's helped you in your life and in your profession, having that knowledge?
It has helped me like return more information. I do some of the accounting business in which I do not really need to use the calculator. And I've seen some amaze on my friends and clients' eyes that they ask me for like an estimate, and I just get their paperwork, and just by looking at it, I gave them an approximate figure of their what their balance or refund would be.
Wow, that's incredible. That's wonderful. So now on the products at the same time, have you continued to take the products since you went through the bulldozer pack?
I have some months I do not take anything, and yes, I feel the difference. Okay, I believe we will have to continue, like once we start on the bulldozer pack, we'll have to continue for at least a year, because depending on our age, I'm 45 years young, because I do feel very young.
You say that, 45 years young.
You know, so, and I learned that our body, to get back to what Mother Nature make us, it will take at least 1 month for every year of our life.
Oh, okay.
So that means I would have to take it for about 45 months.
Right.
And after that, like maybe a month or on and a month off to keep it maintenance. It's like everything. Our cars, our washing machines, they all do need some maintenance, even if they don't show any signs of failing.
Right.
Our body does need the same maintenance as well. I'm so happy too, because I got my mom, dad, my sister into taking some of these products, and they have seen the difference.
Wonderful.
You know.
So you've been able to kind of pay that forward to other people in
Yes.
their lives and whatnot. And what is your profession? What do you live? Are you in a high stress field? What you do?
Well, my profession for some people it will be very stressful. I have done some education with our Garland School District here. This year I did not renew my contract. I want some more like tranquility or less stress.
Yes.
What I continue doing is like in the accounting business. I do help people prepare their income taxes and help them become citizens of the United States.
That would be extremely stressful.
Yes, like for many people it's stressful. It was stressful before, now by being in the taking the bulldozer pack and being in the monthly maintenance, I have feel very different, feel happy. I'm able to, for some people say work like from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Right.
I do enjoy it. For me, it's like every day is Sunday.
Right. It's a labor of love that you love what you do, which is wonderful. Well, maybe you could just share, because now you've had a chance over this last year or so to get to know Fred. You do live in the area where he works and has his company, and maybe you could tell people who've either seen him on a webinar, or they've seen him on the internet, they've seen him on stage, a little bit about Fred, not only the professional, but the person. Maybe you could share your thoughts on that.
Well, Fred is a very dear friend. Okay, he teaches from the heart. He cares about us, about the person. He cares about teaching us how to maintain our own body. Okay, and well, his profession, I believe he is like me. He loves what he does, and it's like a Sunday for him every day as well.
That's wonderful. Well, I want to thank you very much for taking your time to come and share your experience, and I think people will really enjoy hearing how it's improved the quality of your life. So thank you, Miguel. Thank you very much.
It is a pleasure.
Thank
you, Karen.